Hey you guys, welcome back to our channel. You guys, I don't know when you'll be seeing this video here, but if you haven't, I did a video, a live, and it was an impromptu live actually, and it was talking about hope. It's a must see. So go check that out if you haven't. Okay. But yes, you guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is Saturday. I will definitely be on live again this evening with you guys per usual, per our regular scheduled programming. But yes, you guys, I wanted to come out here to guys to talk to you all about the overflow. Yes, you guys, I want to talk to you guys about the overflow because, and yes, it's not just like a whole, we're not preaching over here, okay? That's not what this channel is about. But I definitely wanted to tap in on the subject because I feel like, it goes hand in hand with what we've been discussing as of late about learning more about ourselves and all the things, okay? You guys, I did my nails while I was doing live. I had prepped them and I just put them on today. So, yay. But you guys, I wanted to talk about that because as you see in the title, the title of this video is "You Don't Want This Overflow." You don't. And really and truly, when I say that, I say it to say, you know, you don't know what's in someone's cup, y'all. You don't know what's in someone else's cup. And yet and still, a lot of times we are out here on these YouTube streets, you know what I mean, and all the things, and we are basically, wishing and, hoping and feeling like, okay, we want to do that. We want to be that influencer. We want to have what this influencer have. We wanted to, accomplish these things. You don't know what's in the bottom of that cup. Okay. And what's in the bottom of the cup, you guys, that overflow that they have to be able to pour out. First of all, we always assume that the overflow is good things. What made us believe what made us believe that the overflow is good things? I remember there was an example one time a long time ago. I think it was a church somewhere, right? Where they had the cup. They had a cup and the cup was all murky and muddy and all the things, right? And then basically the analogy or whatever was that, the Lord comes and pour it and overflow it. And then, as it's overflowing, all the muck comes up and, then it turns into pure, clear water. Okay. What makes us think? What makes us think that everyone who has the overflow, the abundance, the happiness, the things you see that you want on in the screen here, okay? What makes you think it's all good things? What makes you think that that muck is not still in there? You guys, people go through so much in life. Sometimes it's hard to think like that because we feel like, our problems and our traumas and all the things that we've gone through, even if that person went through the exact same thing, they are not built like you. So you feel like, okay, yes, like mine is worse off because this, that, and the other. I've heard some horror stories, y'all. I've heard some horror stories about people, this upbringing and all the things. And I'm like, I thought I had it bad. Like, you know what I mean? There's always somebody out there worse than you. I don't care what you went through, you know, but and we don't know if whatever the people possess now, whatever your favorite YouTuber possesses now, or whatever you think they have, whatever the abundance you see that you are being jealous of, or just really craving to, jealous is like a harsh term, whatever you think you really want, you don't know what that person went through to get it. Mommy? Yeah. I want ice cream. But yes, you guys, you don't know what that person went through to get to where they are now. That's one thing. And another thing is, you don't know what they still have and what they still basically hold on to live like they have. Some people basically hold on to their trauma, y'all. Like, you don't know. Like, I've been that girl who basically lived her life full of the trauma, full of the turmoil within herself. You know what I mean? You don't know people go through. You don't know people are still going through and still trying to attack and still battle. But yet and still, we're out here wanting their overflow. You don't want this overflow. You don't want this overflow because their overflow is not okay. What is meant for them is meant for them. And what they are able to pour out into the world, it might be like, just like how sometimes we don't, okay, you guys, I'm not the person to, like, when I move, when I move, I was raised in church and all the things, guys, and as an adult, I've learned my own way in a sense, and I've learned what I like and dislike, and you know, care to listen to, don't listen to, all the things. But when I move or relocate from a place to place or whatever, I don't just jump into any type of organization. I just don't. It's, not only do I have kids to think about, I'm just not that girl. I gotta, when I'm ready, I'll go. I'll go by myself. I'll, I might go a couple of times by myself before I introduce my kids into that atmosphere. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I think that's how it should be for many things. And I can't just be like, okay, what I want is what somebody else has, because for all I know, just like I do my due diligence when it comes to entering into different churches and different, whatever the case may be, what that person that I might be envying or whatever, they probably don't go through that kind of process. They probably just jump into any old thing, all the, they're what I'm trying to say, guys, their overflow might not be what you think it is. It might not be pure clear water. Okay, it might not be, the grand house and the wonderful children and this and that and yada yada. Like they can have a whole. I watched a lot of scary stuff sometimes, you guys. It might be a whole pen. What's that circle thing with the? Y'all, it might be a whole other thing. It might not be what you think it is. Don't be out here wishing that you could have somebody else's. Okay, don't be out here thinking that what what they have and how they've gotten it is how you should go about your life. Live your life, be you, learn more about you as you continue to live this life. And slowly but surely, yours will come to fruition. You will have what you are meant to have. Okay, you will receive what you are meant to receive. But do not be out here thinking that, oh, this person has so much more than you. They have so much to give. They have, yeah, but what are they giving really? Like, y'all, that there are places in this world where people feel like, okay, they're gonna go there. This person has so much, you know, and I might be pulling at straws, but they have so much, and they always feeding this person, feeding that person. Little do they know, the overflow that they're feeding everybody else is poison, and you know what I mean. Like we cannot be out here. Do not assume. Do not assume that the overflow that people have in their lives is all good. That is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. Don't assume that everything that they have is all good. I mean, I'm not saying go out here being cynical through the whole world and all the things. No, but like do your due diligence and be careful, and stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. People with big houses complain about cleaning them. And I know that for a fact. People with big houses complain about cleaning them. People with nice luxury cars, where they talk about their gas guzzlers. You know what I mean? There's always something. Where there's positive, there's a negative. So what do you want? You have to choose which negative you are able to live with. Okay, you can't be out here, just wishing and watching and think and be like, dang, and yada yada, like, why my life like this and yada. Your life looks so amazing to somebody else. So amazing. Your life is the overflow to someone else. On another side of this conversation, I definitely want to talk to you guys about, when it comes to the overflow, there are people in your life, there are people that they're cup fillers, and there are people in your life that are basically depleting that cup, depleting that cup. Okay, so you have to make sure the people you surround yourself with, they're not just a bunch of takers. They're not just taking from you, which is why your cup is never overflowed to begin with, which is why you can't see, you know what you have because you're giving it all away. You're giving it all away. And, I mean, will will you giving it all away? No, it's not. That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing no matter how you take it. I feel like you're supposed to be a good stewardess of the things you receive, whether it's joy, love, material things. You have to be a good stewardess of those things so you can receive more. And just giving it away selflessly, sure, sure, but is that wise? Is that wise? I don't think that's wise. I don't think that's wise. And if you're just gonna continue to just give it all away and then be grudging on the next person who has an abundance, then what's the purpose? Like, what have that done? That hasn't done nothing for you. That has not uplifted you or that other person. Like, some people have to learn how to fish, y'all. Some people have to learn how to fish, and that, I feel like that's where it becomes, detrimental, because you are giving away your overflow to somebody else who should have been learning how to receive themselves. Okay, you guys, let's be wise. Let's use wisdom. Let's not be out here, you know, giving away all our time and possessions and growth and love to people that need to learn on their own, people that don't deserve, people that, other things. And people can come to me and be like, oh, well, the Lord loves us and we don't deserve it, and yada yada. Okay, well, I am in my human experience, and I can't just be wasting my time and giving all my love away to people that don't deserve it. Point blank. Like, I don't make an excuse. I'm not making an apologies for that. And if you want to, not use your wisdom and your, common sense when it comes to your time and when it comes to your energy, when it comes to, your own happiness and joy, well, that's on you. You do you, and it's cool. You know, I'm not here to mock anybody or anything like that, but I'm telling you, like, I'm not going to be watching for anybody else's overflow, because it might be dirty water that's overflowing over there. It may be dirty water overflowing over there, you know? And it might even be, you know what it is? Have you guys ever seen those cups? Those cups in the store where it's like, it has the water, whatever, and you tip it over and it doesn't come out because I guess it's like in a barrier because it's for ice. You guys, I feel like that's like false advertisement, but it's not false advertisement, it's for ice. But I feel like, some of them, that's like, that's the life. That's the life you see on the Instagrams and the YouTube and all that stuff. You want that type of overflow, but it's fake overflow. It's nothing overflowing. There's nothing in there. You know what I mean? You guys, use wisdom. Throw it away outside. That's not for you to eat. Don't eat it. Go throw it outside. Okay, thank you. But Daddy told me it's yours. It's not mine. Throw it away. Close the door, please. Oh, okay. That's one of the things when you have a garden. Everything looks like food, and it's like, no, you didn't close the door. But yeah, you guys, definitely you want to use wisdom. Be careful of the overflow that you are eyeballing, because it may be false. You know, live for your joy. Find your joys in the things that edify you, and that you are able to grow an abundance of, to be able to share your overflow. Don't look at other people's overflow. Think about your overflow. Okay? You guys, I hope this resonates with you guys. I am looking forward to doing a little bit more videos like this, because I feel like this world is so fake sometimes, and we don't like my nails. I just did them, guys. I think I told you guys already that, but I'm happy with them. The other ones had the charms, if I haven't mentioned that, and yeah, they were getting caught in everything, my hair, my crocheting, and I had to do something. I'm like, okay, they were cute for my anniversary. Now let's put them out, take them off, and do something else. And I'm happy with these. But yeah, you guys, I hope this resonates with you guys, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and that you are feeling blessed, and you are enjoying your own overflow, of joys and all the things. You guys, continue to strive to better yourself and all the things. learn more about you, and you will see more and more abundance coming in your way. Like, I believe that. Anyway, if you haven't already, guys, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, you guys. We are looking to increase our watch hours, as you guys know, okay, and all the things. So yeah, I definitely look forward to talking to you guys really soon. Have a good one.